Hey yo, we need to play the whole song.
From the bottom, but we gotta chase our dreams. Niggas not fucking with my team.
We put sauce on everything. Hey. So, welcome to another episode of Sauce on Everything. You know who it is, SOE Cash Cow. And you know what we do here, man, just relationship shit. You know, we discuss relationship topics that are on Instagram and the internet period. As well as sometimes we'll go down the rabbit hole of current events and, you know, talk about shit going on actually in our current events. But today, Saturday, like to stay on the relationship vibe. So, let's get going. First post was from Game, I think his name is Game God Goldie. And he talked some things about women. So let's see what he's talking about.
Yes. All right. Because to say what you could have done better, man, unless Princess Jasmine from Dubai with a palace and billions of dollars was in my life and there was a possible opportunity for me to get married to her and change my generational wealth for the next 200 years, we ain't met that bitch. I ain't met that bitch. So up until this day, ain't a bitch I've met that I missed out on. She missed out on me. The bitch that I need, I've never had. And I've never had a bitch worth keeping that left. And that's how I feel. Don't care how fine she is. Man, I don't care what the fuck I did. I don't care if I did some off the wall shit that blew the situation. Bitch, you blew me. I'ma be in Europe this summer, boating off the island of Capri. Bitch, you're gonna be at home at your mama's house with your fucking roommate. How the fuck did I blow anything? Fuck out of here. Bitch, it's your loss. Bitch, you should've overlooked it, ho. Is what you should've did. If what I did, overlook it then. Overlook what the fuck I did. Like you overlooked all those poor decisions you made in life to get to where the fuck you at right now, live with your goddamn mama. But you can't overlook some little shit that I did. Alright, nah, I'm not gonna convince you to say, if you can't convince yourself of this good situation, like you convinced yourself of all those poor decisions you made to put you in the space in life where you're at right now, then bitch, I can't fuck with you. No, you're not gonna have a double standard. You hold me to the fire, but don't hold yourself to the fuck. Look at it, man. I really feel like that when I'm talking to her. I don't care how fine she is. I'm looking at her for what she is. What could I have done better? That's the wrong thought process.
Okay. All right.
Because to say what you could have done better, man, unless Princess Jasmine from Dubai with
So, unless Princess Jasmine from Dubai come holler at this nigga, he say, fuck that. Listen, I understand where he's coming from though. I think it takes us, I think it takes time and growth as well as love for self and understanding who you are. Because, you know, I can remember, you know, growing up, you know, being in relationships and, you know, after relationships end, people be like, well, what did you do? You know, did you do something or what, you know, why she leave, you know, or somebody cheat, you know, what did you do to make her cheat? Things of that nature. Then as you get older, you start to realize like people do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be the perfect man or the perfect woman. And if this man or woman is confronted with temptation, either they're going to take it or they're not going to take it. They're not going to sit there and be like, well, you know what? I wasn't going to cheat. But you know what? Since, you know, last weekend she didn't cook my favorite meal, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go ahead and cheat because she didn't cook my favorite meal 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how this shit works. And I think people need to, you know, recognize when they're being manipulated, because I think that's a form of manipulation when somebody be like, well, did you look at yourself and what about you? And it's like, well, if I'm not the one leaving the relationship, if I'm not the one who caused the relationship to have issues, then what am I looking at myself for? If somebody did something to me, if a woman cheats on me, then why am I looking at myself? Because, oh, well, maybe something I did made her cheat. Nah, brother. She cheated because she wanted to cheat. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably nothing that you could have done to make her not cheat. You probably could have had money and all that shit. If she's a cheater and has a cheater nature, then she's going to cheat. If she's a liar and has a lying nature, she's going to lie. I mean, and vice versa. Man, the same thing. If a man has a cheat nature, then he's going to cheat. That's just his nature. But if a man understands himself, and that's why I say you understand yourself and love yourself. If a man understands himself and understands that he's a cheater, then either he's going to not get into any committed relationships because he knows that all he's going to do is cheat, or he's going to let the women that he does deal with know what type of man he is, and that, hey, I can't be with one woman. Hey, okay, that's perfectly fine if that's how you feel and that's what you've come up with, and that's where you at. Cool. As long as you tell these young ladies that, then I don't see that being a problem. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa with females. As long as you tell a young man that you got multiple men that you dating or courting or whatever, I don't see him having a problem with that. So I think a lot of it just boils down to communication. And once again, if somebody leaves you, when it comes to us men, there's a lot of reasons that women will leave us. Women will leave us because of lack of stability. Women will leave because of lack of finances. There's a lot of things women will leave for. So in those situations, is that still something that you look at yourself for? No. Because, every situation is different. Let's just keep it real. Because I was going to say, if you lost your job, if you get laid off your job and your finances slow down and she leaves you, there's nothing that you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just lost your job, finances got slow, and she obviously was a financial type woman. Now, if you lose your job because you was drinking on the job or because you came to work drunk or high or some shit, then yes, there should be some self-reflection there, because obviously you got some motherfucking problems. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say every situation is different, because a woman will probably leave you if you come home and you like, I've been fired because I went to work drunk and I was high. And some women will leave because they may feel as though this nigga's irresponsible and immature. And once again, that stability ain't there. Them finances ain't there. So I'm not fucking around with this. But, once again, that's those are the instances where that you fucked up and you did something wrong. Not even to her, just period. And you like, oh, damn, I probably shouldn't have did that. Probably shouldn't have went to work drunk. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what might have happened. You know what I'm saying? But, once again, I'm not saying that a woman should leave if that happens, but I'm just saying that would be one of those reasons where it's like, oh, nigga, you kind of did do something, I'm saying, that you need to reflect on and, make better decisions with your life. So that would be in that instance, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you never should do any type of self-reflection. Self-reflection is always something good to do, to better yourself and to, so that you can treat people better. So Game Guy Goldie's crazy, though. I ain't gonna say he's crazy, but he's a wild guy, calling women bitches all the time. Just don't seem productive to me, but I guess he's a game guy, he's a pimp, I guess, or something like that. So I guess that's how he looks at women. I don't think that's productive to, being in a relationship with a woman, but hey, whatever. So, Game Guy Goldie. So, had this young lady, little fine thing out here in her pink robe. I look like a pink robe she out here in. But she was talking some talk, so let's hear what she had to say.
For us to have a date, get a date, find a husband, get a man. I don't care about going to no 7-star, 8-star restaurant. I'm cool with a 5, 4-star restaurant. I'm cool with Longhorn. I'm cool with Texas Toll House. If that's how you say, I'm cool with Outback. I don't care about the ambiance. I don't care about nobody flipping no chicken in front of me doing no magic trick. It's not even a magic trick. All they doing is making the fire go woof. I'm not impressed by that. I'm not paying, I don't care for my man to pay $900 for no ambiance. Shit, give me the money. If you gonna do that, so if you ask me, that's the waste of money. Then the amount of food that they give you, the absolute disrespect, they give you one piece of fish with a leaf on it.
That fish be good as fuck,
I'm good. I'm really good with Outback.
That one piece
I'm
of
really
fish
good with that.
Fire.
I don't give a damn about nobody doing no magic trick in front of me. I'm not about to pay $900 for a meal that's the size of an appetizer. I'm leaving hungry still. Women really acting like they impressed. They leaving hungry still. They just don't tell y'all.
Y'all leaving hungry
But they
still?
just want to feel like, somebody did something for them. That was a waste of money. I'm cool. I'm really cool with Longhorn. God, I love steak. But I don't give a damn about seeing nobody flip it in front of me. I have a conversation with my date, and they damn near about to light my fucking hair on fire. Ooh, you gotta act like you gotta act like you amazing. No, these women really making it hard for us to have a date, get a date, find a husband, get a man. I don't care about going to no 7-star, 8-star restaurant. I'm cool with a 5, 4-star restaurant. I'm cool, Longhorn.
Okay, well, honestly, I think she speaks for the majority of a lot of women out here. I think it's just a facade that's on, Instagram and TikTok, that these women are, getting all these lavish gifts and living this lavish lifestyle. Now, like, one thing I can see is, like, on TikTok, as well as on Instagram, but on TikTok more, there is a lot more female influencers on TikTok, and a lot of them are pretty. I don't know if they have using filters or not. Some of them probably using filters, but most of them that I see are fucking fire. Like, god damn, this bitch bad. And they go live, and sometimes they sit on that live and don't do shit and just be racking up gifts and money and all type of shit. So, I'm saying that to say they be online getting money like it's nothing. Niggas can't do that. Like, we can't just sit online and just, and receive gifts and money all fucking day. Like, we really got to go out there and work and use our hands and make something happen and figure something out. We can't just use our looks to get the things that we want. And I think that, everything that she's saying is true. I do feel like I say, with all these women, who look good and men are sending them, hundreds of dollars and just to go out with them or just to talk to them or see them or just to see them on TikTok, sending them hundreds of dollars and shit like that. Some of them have gotten a mentality of, I want the best. I need a man that got 7 figures, this, that, and this. But the reality is, you'll probably find a man that can afford Outback or Longhorn Steakhouse before you find somebody who can afford Reds or Roof Chris or Marble Room. Like, it's just a difference between good steakhouses and, like, exquisite steakhouses, I guess, because I was gonna say it's the difference between a la carte and just regular plates. The a la carte places are always going to be the most expensive spots. Most of the time they're steakhouses as well. But if you can find a good steakhouse that shit ain't a la carte, then you probably save a couple dollars there and the steaks will be good. I mean, in Ohio in Cleveland, we got like Firebirds, we got Longhorns, we got Outback, we got a few different, decent steak houses. But then we also have the top tier steakhouses, and those top tier steakhouses are awesome. The steaks are awesome. Don't get it twisted. But I would say those are more for special occasions, birthdays and anniversaries and stuff like that, where you're gonna go out and spend, about $500, maybe more, on a meal. It's got to be a special occasion. Like, I'm not taking our first date is not going to be at Roof Chris. Like, it's just no. Like, I don't even know you like that to be trying to take you to Roof Chris and embarrass me talking about you don't know what to order or some shit like that, asking for French fries. Like, no, baby, they don't sell French fries. But yeah, so I think if more women, get on this mentality, which I think, like I said, I think more women are on this mentality 2025, because I feel like everybody is feeling the effects of inflation. Everything is going up. Nobody's getting paid anymore. Everything is going up except the minimum wage. And, individuals with jobs, living paycheck to paycheck, some are a little bit above water, but nobody can say that they're rich or that they're, So we're all, I ain't gonna say in the same boat, but we're all trying to make it and trying to make it with somebody, try to make it with somebody too as well. So, like I stated, with this, I think she was saying some real shit, and I think that this year, as well as the following next 3, the whole time this nigga Trump is in office, it's gonna be motherfuckers gonna be trying to save money, and motherfuckers ain't gonna be spending shit because shit's gonna be expensive as fuck. So if there was ever a time to try to find you somebody and get in a relationship so you guys can have a 2-income household, this is going to be the time. He's pushed back a lot of things that help the black community for sure, as well as he pushed back this whole 1-2 gender thing, which may change things around as well. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So she was dope like that. Fly girl. Shout out Crank Lucas. He posted that. All right. So this is another young lady. She was talking some talk. Let's see what she was talking about.
Let me teach you something. Every man has to teach you how to be a wife to them. All men are different. Bitch, you could come doing something that you normally do for this nigga that this other nigga ain't going for. Fuck is you talking about? How can a man teach you how to be a wife? Cause she shoot. And then gotta show you how he want his clothes earned. And then gotta show you how he want his sheets fluffed, bitch. That's a man teaching you how to be a wife. Teaching you how to be his wife. Fuck is you talking about? You probably don't make macaroni and cheese like his mama do. That mean he gotta tell you like, baby, I like my macaroni and cheese like That mean you have to learn. It's learned behavior when you deal with every man. Every man is not the same, bitch. I'm trying to teach you hoes something. You bitches always want to be argumentative. Fucking listen sometimes. Combative ass bitches. Bitch, talking about I ain't submissive, bitch. Let me learn you something, bitch. Let me teach you something. Every man has to teach you how to be a wife to them.
All right, so she has. I mean, there's some truth. Every situation, every person is different, right? Being a wife, which I've never had a wife, but I did see my mother being a wife. I would say yay and nay, because there's going to be certain things that across the board every man would probably want his wife to do. For example, every man would probably want his woman to cook dinner, right? And dare I say it, but and like hold down the kitchen, right? And one of the reasons I say that is because from my experience, from seeing my mom, the kitchen was really her space. Like, not her space to, like, when I say her space, I mean her space. She was in the kitchen, she was cooking, she was cleaning, shit. She'd talk on the phone, whatever the fuck she wanted to do. It was like her space, besides her bedroom, of course. But the kitchen was her space. Like, she came home, she was either in her room or in the kitchen. She might be in the living room watching TV, but the living room and the kitchen is right there. So you could be in the kitchen and still be able to watch TV from the kitchen. So that's what I experienced. Do I think every woman would look at the kitchen the same way my mother looked at the kitchen? Probably not. But for me, would I say, oh, if you got to be my wife, you got to, stay in the kitchen and be in the kitchen and, and clean and cook all the time? I don't think I wouldn't say that. I think really it's about just seeing how a person moves and seeing if they move the way that you want them to move. I don't even think that a lot of men, like, we're not about to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to tell you what to do. We want a woman who actually already knows what to do. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. We don't want a woman who we have to teach and we got to tell, especially at this age. Now, if we was younger, maybe, but at this age, you know, people being in their, you know, late 30s, you know, 40s and shit, ain't nobody, if you don't know how to treat a man at this age, we not teaching, niggas ain't teaching you shit. We either gonna see how you move and how you roll and be like, all right, you know what, I like how she move, I like how she treat me, I like how she do things, I'ma fuck with her. Or we gonna see how you do shit and be like, nah, I'm cool, she don't be doing shit, like she don't give a fuck about a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think it should be. I don't think it should be about teaching somebody how to be a wife. I think a wife and a woman, when she finds the right man, she wants to do certain things for him. Like I always say that every relationship is based off of who likes who, not even the most, but just if we like each other a lot, then we're going to do a lot for each other. We're going to show each other a lot. We're going to want to, you know, make sure she good. She going to want to make sure I'm good. And that's just being with somebody who, you know, in a relationship. Like that should be automatic. I shouldn't have to come and be like, you know, like, for example, I think this is probably one of the best examples I can give. If you're talking to a woman and, you know, y'all been talking for a while and she like, you know, she asks you, have you ate? Like, you ate anything? You know what I'm saying? You be like, no, I ain't even ate today. And she be like, well, you want me to bring you something to eat? That's a value or a trait that a man will be like, oh shit. Like, yeah, you know what? You know, I would like something to eat if you want to bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are little things that, in my opinion, are, you know, what makes a wife. You know what I'm saying? Because that shows that this woman cares about you enough to not just ask you if you ate, but she's going to make sure you eat. Like, oh, you ain't ate yet? Oh, well, let me get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Where if she didn't care about it, she wouldn't even ask you that shit. She wouldn't even ask you if you ate today. None of that shit. She don't give a fuck about that. All she care about is kicking it. You know? So that's you know, those are the type of traits and values that I think men look for in women that we may want to make our wives. Or when you talk about being a wife or or teaching a woman how to be your wife, like I said, I don't think men, we're not teaching anything. Not at this age. You know what I'm saying? Even the macaroni and cheese thing she said. Like, as men, we go into the relationship like, all right, we're going to eat your macaroni and cheese. What does your macaroni and cheese taste like? I don't expect it to taste like my mama's. But it better be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it better not be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's nasty, I'm probably not going to fuck with you because I'm going to be like, you don't know how to make macaroni and cheese. I'm just playing, but at the same time, baby, I'm not, because you be like, girl, this shit is nasty. It ain't even about, oh, my mama do it like this. I ain't gonna tell you how my mama do it, because that's how my mama do it, and that's probably how I do it too. So, in my position, I'm the type of person where I would, you know, depending on what it is, I might be like, well, let me cook that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I got it, because if I taste hers and I don't like it, I ain't gonna break up with her like, oh yeah, you can't cook macaroni and cheese. Fuck this shit ain't gonna work out. But what I will do is I'll cook my macaroni and cheese. Like, well, let me cook my shit. Then I cook my shit. She tastes my shit. If she like my shit more, then she might be like, oh well, babe, what you do? How you make your shit like this? And I give her my sauce. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit go. You know, but her saying that you got to teach every woman, nah, man, ain't nobody. Niggas ain't we not teaching. Like, if your mother didn't teach you how to be a wife, then you probably don't know how to be a wife. Like, if you wasn't around any wives growing up, then you probably don't know how to be a wife. if you were watching Real Housewives of Atlanta thinking that's what a wife is, then you definitely don't know how to be a wife. So, but, you know, power to her, though. She fly. She was talking her shit. Once again, somebody just calling women bitches is just crazy. It's just me, just bitches. Bitch, you better check this, bitch. Bitch. You be like, damn, all right, I guess. I mean, I don't knock it because, I mean, I knock it now because I don't say bitch as much as I used to say. I used to say bitch a lot, too. And my friend used to be like, my friend Jay used to be like, bro, you ain't gonna never find a woman you keep calling them bitches all the time. And I used to be like, you right, bro. I got to stop calling women bitches all the time because I guess I'll never find a woman like my niggas say. I guess I'll never find a good girl if I keep calling it. So, yeah. So that energy, that bitch energy is just, it's crazy. But I still use the word from time to time. And last but not least, now, I think this is going to sum everything up that we talked about on this relationship ride. So let's check him out, see what he's talking about.
It's things I learned from a relationship coach. She said we don't fall in love with the other person. We fall in love with the version of us that we get to be through and with the other person. Because love becomes so personified, it's over there with them, so then devastation happens if they leave. It's like, well, the love is over there. No. They're the catalyst to reveal the love that is your nature. So who were you with that man? That's what you want. You don't want him. You want the you that you were with him.
Right, I was just so open.
Yeah, there was a joy, there was a freedom. You had a sense of possibility for the future, of what was going to happen, the family, the marriage, the trips. But you generated that.
Yeah.
You just associated it with him. And the lie is, because he's not in your life, that you've lost that.
Yeah. Okay, so you're able to replicate like very, very deep love with literally anyone.
That's my nature.
That's really the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, honestly.
We might have just cracked you open to your real nature, One of the greatest things I learned from a relationship coach, she said we don't fall in love with the other person. We fall in love with the version of us that we get to be through and with the other person.
Now, I will say that's some deep shit. That's pretty deep. And when you hear it, it's like, okay. Like, because you know that when you are in a good relationship with somebody, or somebody you really like or really care about, it's kind of like you move different, or you may do things different. You may, be more open. You may be more expressive. You may smile more. You're just more positive, more upbeat, more, just a better you, for real. Like, and I think that's what. But like he said, you're a better you because of the person giving you the freedom to be the better you. It all depends on the person that you're with, because you may be in a relationship with somebody who you can't be that person with because of whatever type of relationship y'all got. But I think the right relationships, and when you're in a good relationship with somebody, then you are being the best version of yourself that you can be, because you want to put your best foot forward with this person, because you don't want to lose this person. You don't want that person to leave. So, as well as, it's matching energy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you come across somebody so happy and vibrant that either you're going to be happy and vibrant as well and expressive, or you're not, and it's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you want something to work, then you're going to not make it work, but you're going to kind of fall in line with the energy and fall in line with the frequency so that you can reciprocate what's being given to you. Because if a person is giving this energy to you, then it's only right to give them the same energy back. If somebody's calling you smiling, happy, and you answer the phone and you gloomy, upset and sad, and you try to give that energy to them, they're not going to take that energy more than likely. They're going to look at it like, bro, you tripping. Like, oh, something wrong? All right, well, you know what? I'll call you back later. You know, hopefully everything works out, but I'm going to call you back later because people don't want that energy on them. Like, especially if that's not the type of person they are. Shit, if I'm a positive person, I don't want to be around negative people bringing me down. And it's the same thing in a relationship. If your partner is a positive person, then you being the negative, that's not going to work. Y'all got to both be positive people in so many words. Like, you know, and being positive ain't the same as being like, you know, naive or gullible. I'm just saying being positive and having positive energy. You know, if your girl smiles at you, you should smile back. You know what I'm saying? Your girl blow you a kiss, you probably blow her a kiss back. Like, this is energy that you're only going to give to a person who is giving it to you. So I don't see a man blowing a woman a kiss if she ain't blew him a kiss first, because niggas don't blow kisses. That's not some shit that we do. But I know that niggas will do it if they girl do it first and be on some old, trying to be on some old freaky, sexy shit, you know. But you match that energy. You don't be like, she blow you a kiss and you be like, oh, this bitch blowing kisses again. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you ain't gonna get too many more kisses out. You do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta match frequencies. You gotta reciprocate the energy that is given to you. And what he says was really dope. And, you know, I definitely understand it, because when you're with certain people, they make you feel a certain way, and you may not be that way all the time, but when they call you or when they're around, you're damn near a different person, because you like, yo, I'm gonna, you know, do the things that I need to do to make her happy, to make sure she's smiling, you know, to keep her interacting, or to keep her happy, and you know, and liking being in a relationship with you, and vice versa. Same thing, you know, with the men. But yeah, I definitely feel like what he said had a lot, it was pretty deep, and I've never really I probably heard this. I've never heard it from him, but I probably heard this in a different form, in a different way, because people say it all the time, like, you know, nobody can really make you happy. You got to be able to make yourself happy. Then once you're happy with yourself, then you can go out and spread your happiness and things of that nature. But you can't be in a positive and productive relationship, or a happy relationship, and you're always unhappy, or you're always negative. You got to figure out where your unhappiness is coming from, where your negativity is coming from. Take care of that, you know, whether you got to go to therapy, whatever you need to do. Better yourself, and then once you are happy with yourself, then you can go out and be happy in any situation, any relationship, you know. So yeah, so that's all I got for today. Do I got anything else? Let me see if anything else popped up. Only other thing I got, guys, is, and this is just because, you know, I'm black and I love being black, and this is what the game is all about. I seen something about some. Let me see, did I save it? But you know, they're coming after us about your head on the swivel. They're taking away all these DEI programs, all these diversity programs. Matter of fact, I think he rolled back the 1965, workplace discrimination. So for our community, guys, it's going to get harder. It's going to start getting harder before it gets easier. But what I can say is, two heads are always better than one. Two incomes are always better than one. And if we can, you know, get our communities together and get our relationship nonsense out the way, and start really, you know, focusing on, you know, building strong relationships and start focusing on generational wealth and the things that we need to do to, be as successful as we want to be in this world, then, that's all we can really do right now, and that should be the main focus. Is if you are single, awesome, but right now we need to start looking at working with families, or even not working with families but building families, and and I don't know, man, just villages again, and just getting back to loving each other and unity, and not always having some negative to say about each other, but trying to build and lift each other up so that we can get through these next 4 years and be better off than what we was 4 years before. But it's going to be a lot of obstacles in our way. They're going to definitely try to make it as hard as they possibly can, and we just have to make sure that I just need some so that's what we're on. So you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate the love. And like I say, we got I'm not gonna say hard 4 years, but we got 4 years to get to this money and try to be as successful as we possibly can. And like I say, getting back focused on family and relationships and being each other's better half, pushing each other to be as successful as we possibly can. All that stuff is going to help us be more successful in the upcoming years. So appreciate you guys for stopping by. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate the love.